Come on in the room. Come on in the room, my beanies. I missed you guys. How have you been doing? Man, have I missed you guys. I know it seemed like I ghost everybody. I did. I did. Man, I just been going through life, man. I'm still making adjustments on my life without my mom, you know. And this is going to be the second year without her. And Mother's Day will be here in one more week. You know, today is May the 3rd, 2025. So, come on, everybody get up, move. It's a Saturday and it's beautiful outside. It's beautiful outside. So, I'm here to motivate you. Hey. Rock a few more minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to fade it out. 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 Hey, my beanies. Man, I've been doing some things. Life, I'm still learning myself. And I'm 54. Every day is something new. And I just thank God that I'm still here to get it right. Because, of course, I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So don't beat yourself up when you feel like you're doing wrong. We do wrong even when we don't even know that we're doing wrong. You just ask for forgiveness and do better. You know, just do better. Try to do better. That's all I can ask you to do. But anyway, this is Spring Spilling the Beans. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Spring, and I created this YouTube channel maybe about almost 4 years ago. Isn't that amazing? And I started out audio, and I have like 40 audios out there with a good friend of mine, April Ward. And it was called Living Life with Spring and April. And we did that a couple of years ago. That started out in audio, wasn't video. I guess we wasn't comfortable enough to be in front of a camera at the time. So now, come out after that, I was like, if I can do good with someone, can I carry a little show by myself? And I'm comfortable enough to say, I feel like I can. You have to be able to talk. And I can go at times, and sometimes I just want to be quiet. But I would like to say, I had my ups and downs. And I decided to make a comeback. I had many people, I was like, hey, we need you to come back and do a video. And I'm like, yeah, I really hadn't been in the mood. And to be honest with you, when people ask you, and I just want to say something. When people ask you how you feel, do we truly be honest on how we feel? Do we? Next time, you probably need to ask somebody and, just like, hey, be honest with you. How you feel today? I don't feel so well today. I'm kind of feeling really down and I need somebody to talk to. Can we just be honest? Because every day, everybody's not going to be feeling good. Whether it's mental, physically, spiritually. That's why we have a maker that changes everything. I'm going to tell you, if I didn't have Jesus Christ in my life and didn't know what type of energy I'm serving, what type of spirit I'm serving, I don't even know if I would still be here. Or I don't know what I would be doing, but I'm sure it wouldn't be nothing good. That's just the way of a human. Everything is fleshly. Everything is fleshly with the humans. But spiritual, you have to learn to separate yourself at times. And sometimes I do separate my physical from my spiritual. Sometimes I can do that. That's Billie Jean barking. That's my little dog. But, everybody need that uplifting. So guess what? I'm here to uplift you. Spring Spilling the Beans. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. You know, I'm going on at the floor trying to think about what can I say after so long. I've been gone so long, and I'm sorry about that. But that's life, you know, and I've been working, and I picked up a second job, and it's just a lot. You know, I'm in training, and it's a lot, but I have to keep going. I'm one of them people, I have to keep moving. I can't sit around and get depressed. You know, if things not working out, they are working out. And I really can't complain about anything. I really can't. I really can't. So I'm glad you are here with me. I'm glad you allow me to be in your life right now. And I'm going to be quick and fast. I know I always say that, but serious, I am. I'm trying to chop this down like 15, 20 minutes. You know, we all dyslexic, and you know, you get tired, and your brain ADHD, ADD, you know, you get tired quick. You know, I might be speaking to you in reverse style. You know what I'm saying? Backwards to you. So I'm gonna hurry up and try to do this real quick. I miss you guys. I love you guys. Still on my spiritual journey. It's not easy. I've fallen the side of the wayside a couple of times. I have. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie to you. So, what have you done this week? Have you been kind to people? Have you given to the poor? Have you lent your ears to somebody that needs to be heard? Have you bought somebody food? Did you take somebody on a journey to the hospital? Have you done any of these things? Have you checked on an older person? Have you checked on your neighbor that you know nobody comes there to see them and stuff like that? You know, our, purpose to me a lot of times is to check on older people, especially if you in, pretty decent health yourself, because you don't never know who you may need in the end. And you don't never know who may be that one that have to feed you or give you something to drink or put socks on your feet. I mean, just most simplest things that we don't even think about. We're all getting older. Each day we're getting older. We're getting closer and closer to that grave, that dirt, that dust, whatever you want to call it. But we are. So in the meantime, we want to be good to ourselves. Love yourself first and love others and be kind. And I know sometimes you got some people that are mean to you and they talk ugly to you. But you know what? Like that, you still can be kind and nice to a person. You ain't got to be around them long. You could just check on them, call them, walk up, see, make sure they're all right. They had something eating out on the floor. And if you think about it, most people that are mean and evil, they haven't had a good life, I don't think. I think all they know, they think that they got to be nasty to you and you be nasty to them, and that's all they know. But when you show people kindness, it makes a difference. Even if you just say, hey, how you doing today? You don't even know. And hugs, let me tell you something. Sometimes you just know when a person need a hug. And when they riff-raffing and want to argue with you and fight, right in the middle of it, you know what you need to say? Let me give you a hug. Or can I give you a hug? And you'll see how folks just melt, meanest people, melt right in your arms. And that's all they want and crave is that human touch. Everybody needs a hug. I love hugs. Especially genuine hugs. You know what I'm saying? I love hugs. It just makes you feel like somebody understands you. Sometimes you just want to just fall. Sometimes you just want to cry. Sometimes you just want to be held. And we all need that and want that, right? It's not just me. We all do. We all do. So I'm like right now, thank God for allowing us to still be here, giving us another day, another chance, having grace and mercy upon us, keeping us from seen and unseen dangers that we don't even know, unaware of, coming around the corner, coming down the street, coming in your home. While you stepping out your house, He protecting us. He got His angels around us. Lord, continue to do what you're going to do. Continue to love us unconditionally. Amen. Hey, pass it on. Have that light. You feel me? And we all need them. And we all need, sometimes we just need somebody to just listen to us, So I'm trying to motivate today. So I'm almost done. So besides being kind, let's talk about, before we get into the celebrity news, I miss doing this. So all my beanies, like, share, and subscribe. I see people be listening and watching me, but I don't know if they're forgetting to hit the like button. So when you go to the YouTube channel or when you see that video come on, just hit like and share it with any and everybody. We all going through. And I just want people to know you're not by yourself. You know, you're not by yourself. All right? So, it's time for our sip and dip time, people. Sip and dip with me. Get your coffee, your milk, your water, your juice, your Gatorade, your protein shake, whatever you're drinking, wine, other alcoholic beverages, if that's what you choose to do. I don't know what it is, but right here lately, alcohol has really been making me sick. I don't care if I just take a little sip of it. It just does not agree with me anymore. So does that mean that it's telling me I need to stop trying to drink and something making me sick, make me feel so uncomfortable? Does that mean I need to stop? And why won't we stop? Why don't we stop? When something be telling you, if you taking stuff and drinking stuff and all of a sudden, your body, you're getting sick and you notice that every time you do it now, it makes you feel bad. Why do we continue to keep doing it? Like, that's dumb, right? But as a human, for some reason, we like to test the water. Sometimes we test the water too much. Like a celebrity member we talk about, like to test waters a lot. So, sip and dip with me, people. I'm trying not to be too loud. This is so good. That was really good. So, I would like to just say something about somebody. I'm not here to condemn. I don't judge, okay? Shannon Sharpe is not the only man in the world that like young girls. I would like to say that. I think they're going to make a big, big example out of him. Shannon Sharpe is not the only man in the world that like young girls. Okay? Shannon Sharpe is not the only man that be getting his freak on with young girls. Shannon Sharpe is not the only man that gets his freak on with young girls. The problem is with that, when it go against you and people are recording everything you do, you've got to be careful, people. Sometimes you just got to be careful. Going on dates, you got to be careful. In his situation, he has money, so they're going after the money. When you put yourself in predicaments, to me, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Okay, so people think he's gay. A lot of people think he's bisexual. If he is, that's his business. He doesn't have to explain to us. He don't have to reassure us that he's not gay or bisexual. Okay? Nobody has to explain their situation if they don't want to. You could assume all day, every day about a person. If you don't see them with a woman, or if you don't see that one with a man, and blah, 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 you can assume all day long that something's off with them or whatever. But that's their business. They don't have to sit here. And I guess as you get older, I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I'm 54. I'll be 55 this year, end of this year. And I don't have nothing to prove to anybody but God. I don't care what nobody think of me. I don't care what nobody say. One thing they can't say, I'm not fake. Okay? I treat people, I feel like genuine. I feel like, if we have issues as a woman, I'm going to come to you as a woman, not in no defense form, and see if we can get it right, whatever the issue is with us. And that's what you're supposed to do. But some people you can't go up to. Always have a witness. Always have somebody else in the mediator to be there. Because you don't want nobody saying that, oh, they cussed me out. Or, oh, this is what they said. And none of that was said. People are, the enemy is a demon. And sometimes they'll try to cut you low and try to get at you and blah, 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 blah. Always have a witness when you want to approach somebody. That way, you have that person to be like, oh, they did not curse them. I was there. I heard the whole conversation. or if you want to record it, do whatever. But I'm just saying, you got to be careful. And in Shannon Sharpe's case, he's a celebrity. He's a retired football Hall of Famer. I mean, he got everything going for him. And it took a woman to take him down. And you know what kind of woman it was, right? I don't want to seem racist or anything like that. But you know what kind of woman it was that took him down. And I guess sometimes our men will learn. And I guess sometimes our men won't learn. But sometimes you make a soft bed. You make it hard for yourself. And if these same type of women you see in the media that will get you hurt physically, financially, take you down, and you still dealing with these type of women, who do you blame? Now, if Shannon Sharpe get out of this, he's good. I doubt he get out of it because you got other women coming on board. And isn't it amazing? You know what really pisses me off about celebrities? Rest in peace, Angie Stone. But it's so amazing to me. When this woman was alive, you didn't hear no celebrity come on these talk show or they podcast and say anything in her defense. Nobody was talking, right? Soon as this woman passed away, everybody wanted to be her friend. Everybody wanted to talk about her. Everybody wanted to now expose everything. No, if you couldn't help me while I was alive, or come see me, or come call me, and then all of a sudden here, I'm gone, and now everybody got something to say about this is what was going on. This shouldn't have happened. This, everybody in the world want to talk. Man, I tell you, friends like this, who do you need? Yeah, everybody want to put a business out there now. You know, this woman was asking for help the whole freaking time. She was standing on her own 2 feet. And the Lord had her back. It was just her time. You know, I hate that, the way it ended. But, and man, and I don't know why. That's what happened. People always want to jump in and want to come and see. Yeah. But anyway, pissing me off. Let me get some more coffee. Almost done. All right, people. See what we got to talk about here. Now, this is what I want to talk about also as well. Shannon Sharpe, good luck to you. Maybe if you get out of this, or maybe however it's going to end, you will learn. And when you're a certain age, you just need to chill out. You know, like you don't need to be going to the club scene in your 50s. I could see you going to a nice lounge. A lounge, an older lounge with people close to your age, or going to concerts. To me, there's nothing wrong with that. And you can't be older going to a club, but you don't know that music. And the music is trash anyway. So, I got my own music. I'm my old school, call it what you want. I'm a Generation X, baby. And everything was good back then. All the music was good. All the movies was good. Everything was good, you know, back in the day. You know, as I always say, I was born in the 70s. Grew up in the 80s, raised in the 90s. Grown in the 90s, I'm sorry. Yeah, and it was all good. But now everything's trash. The movies are trash. The music is trash. And I don't know. As my son said, I like to live in the past. Well, when it comes to that, I live in the past. The dating scene was even much, much better back then. People don't even know how to date anymore. How do you date? But before I jump to that, let's go back to this. I would like to wish happy birthday to all the May babies out there. Happy birthday, and may God bless you with many, many, many more. All right. So, if you with somebody for 20, 30 years, and y'all not getting along, would you leave that person? Would you divorce that person who's married? Would you leave that person and start all over again? Who wants to start all over again? Like to get to know somebody. I'm 54. I put myself out there. I haven't been in a relationship in about I mean, a real true relationship. I'm not talking about just dating. I'm talking about opening up my heart and emotions and stuff. Maybe over 10 years. That's a long time. I've dated in between, but I'm talking about being in love with a person. Man, I don't even know if I can even get there no more. I'm going to be real with you. I need a business partner. I need a physical partner. I need somebody where I can somewhat trust that if I fall down and they'll come home, they can call 911 for me. I can't call him myself. And this may sound selfish because I've been by myself pretty much a long time, Like I said, I date in between when I want to date. But I actually really like to bed to myself. And I know that may sound crazy and it may seem small, but I like to bed to myself. Like, I'm in the bed, when I invite a friend to come over and we, hang out or whatever. And I'm like getting ready to turn over and I think I'm ready to throw my arm this way or throw my leg and that body there. And I'm looking like, God. And I feel like I gotta stay in one spot. And it's all good. Then there's times that I look over there and nobody, and I miss that. Can't have it both ways. You either want to be with somebody or you don't. So I'm like in a crossroad, like 54, and I'm like, okay, maybe by the time I'm 56, 57, there's somebody will come my way and we can make it happen. We can make it happen. And we can be there for one another. I think pretty much that's what I want. Somebody to be with me the rest of my life. Sound like a husband, don't it? Kind of scary to me. But yeah, right now that's the position that I'm in. Like, do I really want to be in a serious relationship or do I really still like being? And I'm in the middle because there's pros and cons to both. I like to come home and don't have to cook. Unless I want to cook for myself or whatever. I clean my house. It's just peace and quiet. I want to watch a movie. I ain't hear nobody yapping around the house and run their mouth. And I'm used to that. I feel obligated. Even when my friend do come over to cook and stuff. Even if I don't feel like, hey, you hungry? And I'll be so happy when he be like, no, I'm not hungry. Great. But, I don't know. The dating scene is whack and it's not good. I used to, I would tell you this in high school when I was dating, and then I'm gonna end it. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't into sex. I wouldn't do none of that. Barely let you hold my hand and barely maybe kissed your cheek. I was very shy. I didn't want none of that. And I love guys, but I didn't want any of that, And we went on dates. The guy would come over to the house, get out the car, want no music blasting. They get out the car, their pants won't hanging down their butt. They would meet your parents, they talk to your parents, and my mom was like, hey, where you taking my baby at? What y'all gonna tend to do? This time you need to bring her back. That's how life was for me in dating when I was growing up. And the guy usually be like, oh, wherever Spring wanted to go, wherever movie Spring wanted to see, or whatever, we go out to eat, wherever Spring wants is fine. That's exactly how they literally treated you. Guys, oh my God, they were amazing. You get stuffed teddy bears all the time and candy and flowers. I used to all that in high school. All of it. I was getting that in elementary school. I did. A guy actually bought me some candy and flowers and stuff, whatever. But anyway. Yeah, and that's how it was. You didn't have to do anything. Now, you got to perform. You got to do the trampoline thing, dance and jumping how high you can go. You got to do the pole dance just to get freaking flowers. You just got to do the most craziest stuff just to get some flowers. And then, don't mention going on a date. Now, same thing in high school. I never had to pay for anything. Not saying that we're right or wrong, but we just did. The guys really treated you like a woman, And one thing I will say now, I had my own money and I let it be known. But we were like, I can pay for my own meal. I can do my own. Now, to me, if somebody invites you out, they're offering to pay for your dinner. That's how I feel if they invite you out. If you invite them out, and I'm not that old school, I will pay for a dinner. I don't care, And sometimes a woman's let me tell you something. Let me just go ahead and break it down to you guys. And then I'm going to let you go. You think men just think about sex? I'm about to put us out there, women. We think about sex too a lot. A lot. It's not just men. So I'm throwing us under kind of a, but we think about it. I don't know. We may even think about it more than, okay, of a bad day you having, and people acting crazy, and you thinking in your head, damn, I sure would like to feel good right now. I sure would like to come right about that. I'm gonna leave that right there. But hey guys, thank you for joining me. I love you guys. I miss you guys, my beanies. And hopefully I'm going to try to put out a video each week. I was going to try to do 2, but I don't want y'all to get tired of me. When I disappear, I disappear. And then when I come back. Be ready for me. But you know how we got to end this, right? Guys, this is Spring Spilling the Beans. Until next time, I love you. Love yourself. God loves you more. Peace. I'm out.